Morning habits that actually change your day. We often underestimate mornings, but the way you start your day can completely change how you think, feel, and perform for the next 12 to 16 hours. Think about this. Mornings are like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is weak, no matter how well you decorate the rooms, the whole structure feels unstable. But if the foundation is strong, everything you build on top of it stands firm. That's why building even a few simple morning habits matters. Not because they're trendy, but because they shape your brain and body for the rest of the day. Let's look at two very different mornings. Morning without habits. You wake up after hitting the snooze button 3 times. You immediately grab your phone, scroll through social media, and fill your brain with random noise. You rush through getting dressed, skip breakfast, and leave the house already anxious. By the time you reach work or school, your stress levels are high and your energy is low. Morning with habits. You wake up, drink a glass of water, do a short stretch, and spend a few minutes setting your priorities. You're not rushing. You feel calm, alert, and in control. The day feels lighter, not heavier. Same 24 hours, same person, but completely different results. So, what are these habits, and why do they work so well? 1. Drink a glass of water. During sleep, your body loses water through breathing and sweating. That's why you wake up dehydrated, which leads to brain fog and fatigue. Drinking a glass of water in the morning is like pressing the start button for your body. It improves blood flow, supports digestion, and boosts focus. Psychology behind it. Starting with water is also symbolic. It tells your brain, I take care of myself first. This simple act sets a tone of discipline and self-respect. Pro tip, keep a glass or bottle of water next to your bed so it's the first thing you see. 2. Move your body, even for just 5 minutes. You don't need an hour at the gym. Even 5 minutes of stretching, yoga, or light exercise is enough to wake up your muscles and release endorphins, your body's natural feel-good chemicals. Movement increases oxygen to the brain, which improves focus and mood. Psychologists say that physical activity is one of the fastest ways to break morning grogginess and lift your mental state. Pro tip, choose one move you enjoy. Stretch your back, roll your shoulders, or do a few squats. Consistency matters more than intensity. 3. Quick daily planning. Most people enter their day in reaction mode. They respond to emails, messages, and problems without a clear plan. That creates stress. But if you spend even 2 to 3 minutes writing down your top 3 priorities, you shift into proactive mode. Instead of reacting, you're choosing. Why it works? Psychologists call this implementation intention. When you decide in advance what you'll do, your brain is more likely to follow through. This reduces decision fatigue later in the day. Pro tip, keep it short. Just 3 priorities, not a long to-do list. That way, you feel accomplished instead of overwhelmed. 4. Morning light. Expose yourself to natural light as soon as possible after waking up. Open the curtains or step outside for a few minutes. Morning light resets your circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock, helping you feel awake in the morning and sleep better at night. Research shows that morning sunlight boosts serotonin, the happy hormone, which later converts into melatonin at night to improve sleep. Pro tip, if it's dark when you wake up, use a bright lamp or light therapy box to mimic natural light. 5. No phone zone. One of the worst habits is checking your phone first thing in the morning. Why? Because it puts your brain into stress mode instantly. Notifications, emails, and news trigger dopamine spikes and distract your focus. Delaying your phone for the first 20 to 30 minutes protects your mental space. Instead of consuming, you create. Instead of reacting, you set the tone. Pro tip, charge your phone outside the bedroom or use an old-school alarm clock. 6. Gratitude or journaling. 2 minutes. Writing down just one thing you're grateful for or one positive intention shifts your brain's focus. Studies show that gratitude reduces stress and improves resilience. It doesn't need to be long. One line is enough. I'm grateful for my health, or today I want to focus on being present. This habit conditions your brain to notice positives instead of negatives throughout the day. 7. Visualization. Close your eyes for a minute and imagine your ideal day. See yourself finishing your tasks, feeling confident, and enjoying the evening without stress. Visualization activates the same brain regions as real action. It prepares you mentally for success. Athletes use this technique before competitions. You can use it before your daily competition, life. 8. A calm breakfast. If you can, eat something light and balanced, protein, fruit, or oats. Skipping breakfast isn't always harmful, but mindless rushing often leads to grabbing unhealthy snacks later. The key is mindfulness. Sit, breathe, and eat slowly, even if it's just for 5 minutes. That tells your brain you're not in chaos, but in control. 9. Cold water for energy. One of the simplest but most powerful morning tricks is splashing your face with cold water or even taking a short cold shower. Cold exposure activates the nervous system, increases alertness, and gives you an instant energy boost without caffeine. Research shows it can also improve mood by releasing norepinephrine, a hormone linked to focus and motivation. Pro tip: if a full cold shower feels too much, start small with just your face and hands. 10. Learning snack. Dedicate 5 minutes to reading a book, listening to a podcast, or consuming something educational. This mental warm-up primes your brain for learning and focus. You're telling your mind, today is about growth. Even 1 page a day adds up, 365 pages in a year, which could be an entire book or more. 11. Evening preparation. Here's a secret. A great morning actually starts the night before. If you lay out your clothes, prepare your breakfast, or write down tomorrow's priorities in the evening, you save energy and reduce morning stress. This is called decision offloading. You're removing small decisions from the morning, leaving more mental power for bigger challenges. All of these habits take less than 20 to 25 minutes combined, but they change your state of mind for the entire day. When you start with intention, your brain builds momentum, and momentum is what carries you through hard tasks later on. Remember, success isn't about one huge decision. It's about tiny choices repeated daily, and mornings are where those choices begin. And here's something most people forget. Every morning is a fresh chance. No matter how yesterday went, whether you failed, procrastinated, or wasted time, each sunrise wipes the slate clean. You get to decide who you are today. Take one mindful breath and remind yourself, I am alive, I am here, and I can choose differently. This small act reconnects you to the present moment and lowers the weight of yesterday's mistakes. Instead of asking only, what do I need to do today, ask yourself, who do I want to be today? Do you want to show up as someone calm, focused, kind, or resilient? Identity shapes behavior, and when you define your identity every morning, your actions naturally align. Also, don't shy away from a little discomfort. Growth never comes from comfort zones. If you do one small thing each morning that feels challenging, like sending that tough email, taking a cold shower, or finishing a task you've been avoiding, you prove to yourself, I can handle challenges. That confidence stays with you the rest of the day. Finally, resist the rush. Modern life makes mornings feel like a race, but what if you allowed yourself 3 quiet minutes to sip your tea slowly, to look out the window, to enjoy silence? That pause doesn't waste time.
It creates time. It grounds you so that the rest of your hours flow with more ease. So tomorrow, when you wake up, remember this. Mornings are not just about habits. They are about choosing who you want to become. Will you let stress and chaos dictate your day? Or will you use the first minutes of the morning to create clarity, focus, and intention? Your future self is waiting, and they will thank you for starting today.